I've got a funny book for us. It's Bennett Cerf's Book of Laughs. The drawings are by Carl Rose, and this book was copyright in 1959, which is a long time ago. And it is a Dr. Seuss beginner book, and it looks really fun. So we're going to read it because it's going to be a silly one. One day, Marvin went to a farm. "Would you like to take this hen home to eat?" the farmer asked Marvin. "Oh, I would," said Marvin. "But tell me, what does it eat?" Do you understand that? Do you see what's so funny? He said, "Would you like to take him home to eat?" And he's like, "Sure, what does he eat?" "No, you're going to eat him." Silly. At the farm, Marvin saw a cow. "What are those two things on her head?" he asked. "Those are horns," said the farmer. Just then the cow went, "Moo." "Say," said Marvin, "which one of those horns did she blow?" Another day, Marvin ran into his house. He left, he let a fly come in. Then Marvin ran out of the house. He let in another fly. Marvin ran into the house again, and another fly came in. At last his mother said, "Marvin, I wish you would not run in and out of the house. I do not like all these flies in here." Marvin said, "All right, mother. Show me which flies you do not like, and I will make them go out." Can he do that? Can he pick out which ones? Ever pick out which ones? Like, okay, I'm going to take this one out of here. Marvin went over to play with Sammy. "What time is it?" asked Sammy. "I do not know," said Marvin, "but I know it is not 5 yet." "How do you know it's not 5 yet?" asked Sammy. "Because," said Marvin, "Mother and I must be home at 5. I am not at home, so it cannot be 5 yet." Marvin got a new watch. Jenny asked him, "Does your watch tell time?" "No, it never tells the time," said Marvin. "I have to look at it." See, doesn't tell it to him. He has to look at it and read it. Silly. "Mother," said Marvin, "Andy and I want to play elephants, and we want you to play with us." "How can I play elephants with you?" asked Mother. "Oh, you can," said Marvin. "You can play the nice lady who gives us peanuts." Look, they've got elephant trunks. I hope she's got peanuts to feed them. That night, Marvin was in bed. His mother called up to him. "Marvin, did you put out the lights?" Marvin said, "How would I know? It's too dark here for me to see the light." Yeah, I like Marvin. He's funny. The next day, Marvin asked his teacher, "Would you be mad at me for something I did not do?" "Why, no, Marvin. I would never be mad at you for something you did not do." "That is good," said Marvin, "because I did not do my homework." Oh, you think she'd be upset with him because he didn't do his homework? Yeah, not mad, but maybe a little disappointed. "Marvin," said his teacher, "if I lay one egg here and another egg here, how many eggs will there be?" Marvin said, "Well, there won't be any eggs." "No eggs? Why not?" said the teacher. "Because you cannot lay eggs." On the way home, Jenny said, "Marvin, look at my grandmother. She went in to get her hair cut. Now she will not look like an old lady anymore." "I can see that," said Marvin. "Now she looks like an old man." Oh, goodness. Kind of does, though, doesn't she? One day, Marvin had his hand on the wall of a house. A lady asked him, "Why do you have your hand on the house like that?" Wait a minute, I have to have my hand here," said Marvin. "I have to hold the house up." "Hold the house up? That is not funny," the lady said. "Go on home." So, Marvin did, and the house fell down. Crash! Oh my goodness. So he was telling the truth, wasn't he? The next day, Marvin fell in a lake. A man saw him fall in and came to get him out. The man asked him, "How did you fall in? How did you come to fall in?" "I did not come to fall in," said Marvin. "I came to fish." Uh, Silly Marvin. That night, Marvin ran to his father. "Father," he called, "Andy just swallowed my 10 cents." So father shook Andy. He shook him and shook him and shook him. At last the dime came out of his mouth. "Here it is," said Marvin's father. "Here is your dime." "But this is not my dime," said Marvin. "Andy swallowed 10 pennies." 10 pennies is a dime. It's 10 cents. So he swallowed a lot of money. And do you really think, though, by picking him up and flipping him over and shaking him, you're going to get it out? I don't think so either. "Marvin," said Mother, "put your shoes on." So Marvin put on his shoes. Then his mother said, "Look here, Marvin, you did not put your shoes on the right feet." "But Mother," said Marvin, "I do not have any other feet to put them on." Marvin. One day Marvin did not clean his room. His mother said, "Look at this room. Just look at all this dust. Why, you can write your name on this with your finger." "It is good that I can write it with my finger," said Marvin. "I do not know how to write it with a pencil." Marvin. All right, let's see. Oh, one day his teacher said, "Marvin, here's an elephant. Can you tell us where we find elephants?" Marvin said, "We do not have to find elephants. They are so big, they never get lost." Marvin made a picture. It had lots of colors. A lady came over to see it. "Oh, what nice colors," said the lady. "Your red is so nice. Your blue is so nice. I wish I could take those nice colors home with me." "You will," said Marvin. "You just sat down on them." Oh, goodness. She sat in the paint. The next day, Marvin ran over to a man and said, "Mr. Smith, your house is on fire." The man jumped up and ran and ran and ran, and then he stopped and said, "Why did I run? My name is not Smith. My name is Jones." So that means it wasn't his house. Marvin sat on the steps of a house. A man came up to Marvin and asked, "Boy, is your mother at home?" "Yes," said Marvin, "she is at home." "Good," said the man, "then I will ring the bell." So he rang the bell, but no one came. He rang the bell again, but still no one came. He rang again and again and again and again and again and again, but no one came. Then he said to Marvin, "Boy, did you tell me your mother was at home?" "Oh, yes," Marvin said, "she is at home." "Then why does she not come to the door when I ring it?" "Because," Marvin said, "she is not here. This is not my house." Silly. Oh, Marvin. Okay. 7. What in the world? Am I missing a page here? Hold on. One cold day, Marvin ran out with a shovel. "Where are you going with that shovel?" his father asked. Marvin said, "A boy fell in the snow up to the top of his shoes. I am going to dig him out." His father said, "He is in the snow just up to the top of his shoes. Why must you dig him out? He can walk out." "Not this boy," said Marvin. "He fell in head first." I think he'd be mighty cold, don't you? Marvin had on his good pants. He was going out with a pail. His mother said, "Why are you going Where are you going with a pail?" "I'm going to get some snow," said Marvin. "What?" said his mother. "In your good pants?" "Oh, no, mother, in my pail." So he's not getting snow in his pants, he's going to get them in his pail. Silly Marvin. That day, Marvin came home from a party. He said to his mother, "I had a lot of ice cream and cake at the party. The ice cream was so good, I took some for you." Then Marvin put his hand in his pocket. "That is funny," he said. "Now, where is that ice cream I put in my pocket for you?" And if you look down, you see it's dripping out. That was Sweetie wanted to bring her ice cream, but you can't put ice cream in your pocket. It melts, right? Sammy told Marvin one time, "My father shot an elephant in his pajamas." Marvin asked, "How did the elephant ever get into your father's pajamas?" So the elephant wasn't wearing pajamas. The father was wearing his pajamas. One day at the zoo, his father asked Marvin, "Do you know why we call this a giraffe?" Marvin said, "Because he has a big long neck." His father said, "Why would his long neck make us call him a giraffe?" "Well," said Marvin, "did you ever see a giraffe with a short neck?" "I don't believe I have." Marvin gave a kangaroo some peanuts. Then the kangaroo jumped right out of his pen. He jumped far away. A man ran up and asked Marvin, "What did you do to make that kangaroo jump so far?" "I just gave him some peanuts," said Marvin. "Then give me some peanuts too," said the man, "because—" Why does he want peanuts? Let's see. "I have to go and get that kangaroo back." Look at him. Wow. He jumped high. Marvin was at Sammy's house. "I have to go home now," said Marvin. "Do come again," said Sammy's mother. "We would like to see more of you." "How can you see more of me?" asked Marvin. "This is all there is of me." "There's no more of me." She meant they'd like to see him more often, have him come over more often. And that is the end. I hope you enjoyed that silly book. And that was Bennett Cerf's Book of Laughs by Dr. Seuss. Keep reading.